You might see a split. That's a mistake. I clicked that by accident. Yeah, I mean, for real, like, sometimes I just see what people type in chat and I'm like, is it a troll? Are they dumb? Both? Just gotta... I mean, like I said, it's irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. This is actually this is like the comfy zone in the world playthrough. High rank has some fun fights, and it just has long sections where it's essentially just like just chatting stream. Sophoni, hello. Let's see if we got any trap stuff. We're in Cyclave Sundowning. The controls for it are so weird sometimes. Like, I really genuinely get confused. I don't think there's a person alive who would argue that world food is worse than Rise food. I mean, is the Rise food even food? It's doing the thing again where it's counting all the viewers twice. It says I have 387 viewers. That owns. This one weird trick to double your viewership, I guess. In retrospect, it would have probably been better if the Teamwork Cast's channel was maybe a little bit more focused. Because I just going through it, it's like Monster Hunter World, okay. Lost Planet, okay. Souls content, okay. And then it's just like Euro Truck Simulator, Stardew Valley, Kerbal Space Program, Mother 3. And it wasn't like, hey, let's quick look. It was like full Let's Plays. How was my day? It was alright. How was yours? Play the Euro Truck Sim stuff? I'm not going to do that. I'm not saying that stuff is bad. I'm not saying... I like all of those games. I'm just saying, like... I've seen what happens when Jorbs plays any game that... is even within the realm of a, you know, roguelike deck building game that is not Slay the Spire, and how much people tweak out. Remember getting drowned out by a card game or something? Yeah, it was like Netrunner. It should have been like, probably like 3 different channels. What living room number is this? Number 3. No, Overlord Dean, actually, I really want for them to release an East Coast version of the States in American Truck Simulator. And I want to try and travel from Boston to New York City at 3 p.m. on a Friday. I really want to do that. Like, I actually really, really want to do that. I would spend like $20 to $50 on an expansion that allowed me to do that. I would spend a lot of money. And I would just do that route like nonstop. I would just go back to back between Boston and New York City in rush hour traffic on a Friday. Yeah, I want people to know. I want them to know. Can I tell you what they did, Dean, recently? I might be slightly doxing myself for people that are like scouring the area for like maybe where I live. They recently tore up the road on the way to my in-laws' house. Ripped it up. Tore it all the way down to like the bare underlayment. And they did 1 layer of paving. And it wasn't really fixed, but it was like a thin coat. And then they put like a thick coat on the right lane. but with nothing on the left lane. So it's just like this weird, uneven, bumpy mess. And in the middle of it, so you've got this huge raised area, and then you've got this other area that's clearly not finished. They painted a yellow line. Like, within, you would hope, weeks, it's going to get finished. And it's very clear that there's a right lane and a left lane, because it's like an inch above the other side. It's not like they put the paint on the raised side. They put the paint on the side that's about to get covered with asphalt. They had to pay somebody. They had to spend money on the paint. They had to shut down traffic so a guy could paint a yellow line in the middle of the road that's going to get paved over in like a week or two. I don't care if the paint's cheap. It costs money. And the guy painting it costs money. And slowing down traffic to paint it when it's going to get covered in a week makes no sense. If they painted the raised side, I get it. Because, all right, that's going to stay there for a while. I mean, eventually they're going to tear it up. But why would you paint the side that's going to get covered? I can't. I just have so much anger in my heart. I'm not an angry person. I'm really not. You know, you ask anyone that hangs out with me, like generally pretty relaxed, pretty easygoing person, you know, just trying to get through life like everyone else. But I get so mad! It's not fair. It's not right. It's not right. It's not. I don't have any friends who work for Department of Transportation. Those aren't real people. The funny thing is, like, there's all sorts of people out there that are, like, protesting for and against, like, police. And I would just be out there holding a sign protesting, like, the Department of Transportation, just entirely by myself. I just don't know why. I just don't. Clutch Claw. It's definitely a thing. I like it when there's moves in Monster Hunter games that move you around but don't hurt you. Does anyone else feel the same way? He's really going at him, huh? Claw spammer? Like, don't hate me. Hate the game, bro. Go complain to Ichihara. He's making that big mobile game money now. He doesn't even care. Is it a hard bone rod? I think it might be. I think I could have upgraded this weapon, and I just didn't. I'm going too early. Flowchart Monster Hunter? What will you do for content if there's no demo next week? I didn't die to the Pookie Pookie. Do you know what I died to? Do you have any concept what killed me? The Little Screamers is correct. I feel like in a past life, I committed some unforgivable sin, and I've been cursed with, like, literally being a clown. You'll be a clown from now on. That's what you will be in your next life. I barely took a hit the whole fight, and I get goddamn sniped by a Gajalaka. I'm not too worried about content for after the challenge. You can pre-trank? Sure you can. Been able to pre-trank for a long time. I forget what games first had that. I think at least in Try pre-tranking was a thing. I don't know if it was in Freedom Unite or not. I don't know if I ever tried it in Freedom Unite. Dragon's Dogma playthrough is way overdue. People said that they wouldn't mind seeing a Sorcerer playthrough. If people really, really don't mind watching me float in the air and then get hit and having my spell get canceled, I would do a Dragma playthrough. No. I am going to be making the Dauntless review. I've been playing it off stream. I want to Prestige once. Minecraft? Nah, dude. I'm not a Minecraft streamer. Sorry. Dauntless liker? Why don't you play? You've got at least one platform that can play Dauntless. Not a Capcom streamer either. Joker, did you see that I was going through my old emails and I read an email from 2013? Like, after we had, like, 400 to 500 videos of, like, Monster Hunter content. And I emailed Capcom of NA to see if I could get an early review copy. And they told me review copies were limited and that I wouldn't get one. I would argue I was more worthy of a review copy then than I am now. Arguably. I mean, if you looked at, like, the shape of the internet back then. It's screwed up, dude. Before the molding incident? I don't even... What does that even mean? I mean, yeah. I mean, in terms of, like, people out there creating content on the internet, you know. I mean, I would get, and I mean, nowadays... Nowadays, yeah, plenty of people out there. I get it. Lots of big fish. before I metamorphosized from Shed 13. Dauntless didn't exist before then. It's accurate. Do you actively just read through your emails? John was asking if I knew the name of the guy that did the animation. So I was going through... I searched Teamwork Cast in animation. And I was just... I didn't find the animation, but I just saw a bunch of emails. And yeah, I mean, I was going to look at them. Will you leave it to fate or reach out to Jono for Sunbreak? Yeah, I should probably start. I mean, we're only like 3 weeks away. I should probably start up the grovel engine, shouldn't I? I went with Insect Glaive in the end. That's what people voted on. Some of you are going to think like I'm making this up, but some of you will also know it's the truth. I've literally started to go through what processes I need in order to get a permanent Italian residence permit. I am not joking. That's not a meme. Tell us my progress so far. So you have to apply for like an Italian family visa. And then you can stay for like 6 months. And then you apply for like a temporary residence permit for family. And then that lasts for 2 years. And then after 5 years of that, you can get permanent residency. And then after 15 years of that, you can just become an Italian citizen even if you can't speak Italian. I would probably learn a little Italian. Can I speak enough Italian? I could speak with my hands. When do we see the results of the adpocalypse? I don't know what that means. Do you think I could just start showing up in stream with like a pipe and like a smoking jacket? Gold chains. I've been to plenty of countries in the world where I didn't speak the language, and I've been fine every single time. 15 years, you're going to be 60 by the time you get early access? That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I will not be 60 by the time I get early access. I'm not that old. I'm not that old. I'm not, though. I'm not 45. In 15 years? I assume there'll be like a mainline release like every 5 years at this point. So let's be extremely optimistic and say 2023. Nine or 10. Will you write as your reason for residency, Capcom stop noticing me? I would have to write it in Italian. You make that as in Capcom stop noticing, as if I've ever been noticed in the first place. We could go with this, but honestly, it's not even that necessary. Or ends up being better anyways. You make such a good concerned, angry citizen. I'm glad you think so. Was I noticed for the first 10 episodes of the warm-up for Iceborne? No. Me and chat always make you smile. I'm glad my suffering can bring you some joy. Nefudis, hello. Good afternoon. If I could make the pants, I think I'd like to make the pants. The alloy pants. Kind of nice. It's nice to have speed sharpening too. Capcom saw all the times you snub their Twitch viewerships. I mean, the reality is like early access would be really, really nice, whatever. It'd be great to be there, but like, I don't play the goddamn game every single day anyways. I know it's like mega, like extreme copium. But, like, whatever. All the Johnny by Fly Nightly people that get the game and suck at it will stop playing it within a week anyways, so. I know it's mega copium. I know it is. You don't have to tell me that. Coat plus salt plus seethe plus mold plus touch grass plus get late access. Do I want poison or I want blast? I think I'd rather have poison. Plus no fanboy handler. That would make some people so happy. Someday we'll do a world remake. I got a gem. Can I do something with it? Bale tried to display a courtship ritual? What are you trying to say? Like I'm being danced and ignored and then my species will go extinct as a result? Female's just completely like, what's he doing? Should we go for attack boost? I'd have to kind of go out of my way. Sturdy Bones, just like low rank, right? I think I will go for that. This doesn't look like World. I know. I'm sorry. I don't actually really know a very good bone route in the Coral Highlands. Oh, doesn't have to be low rank. You may have made Monster Rise element more like Dauntless element, where it's like always better. That's great. I think they're also in the Rotten Vale, right? Yeah, I'll just go over here. Are you enjoying Dauntless? I remember when you reading what you first said when you first started trying to get DSC, and you're like, you were really on the fence because it felt like you were fighting nothing but Velocidrome, but I'm assuming you played it a bit more and you're kind of okay with it? Element gets converted into raw damage based on the elemental hit zone? Huh. I think 1 or 2 person people playing Dauntless at a time is probably like a good amount. How does the formula scale it? Like, is it elemental hit zone like times 4 times raw hit zone or something like that? What's the formula you used? That's really neat. Yeah, that's really neat. I thought there was a bone. Is there not a bone up here? Maybe it's up here. I mean, the experiments and stuff that DSC is running is the sort of stuff that you kind of wish more developers were willing to try and do. Elemental hit zone is 10 to 20. Attack equals attack plus element. Elemental is greater than 20 equals attack plus element times 125%. Interesting. So it's always extra damage, but then it's extra damage on things weak to it. Yeah, that sounds like that probably would end up being fairly well balanced. What was like criteria for me to play Dauntless? That one, most recently, it involved getting early access to the video game. Yeah, I mean, it decreases damage. Well, I mean, if it's completely ineffective, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess it's also like a kind of elegant way of changing the crit boost scaling. Where are more bones? Like I said, I'm not very good at the bones here. Shepman? Yo, dog, it's your guy, the Shepman! Welcome you into the Shep crew! The hell? There are bones down here. I'm just gonna go to the Rotten Vale. Oh, there's some. Did I get early access?
Welcome to
No.
the block!
I did not. I did not get early access. Shepman coming at you hard and heavy with another long day of Monster Hunter bangers. Grab your whetstones and grab your sticky ammo. We're going to be killing all sorts of monsters today.
No.
I mean, I was specifically snubbed, but also the entirety of NA got snubbed, so. At least in terms of misery, I mean, everybody got boned over. How do you know Cups doesn't have a code? I mean, do you think they're sending out demo codes? They're not sending out codes. People don't have like demo codes on their PCs right now. Some people are not playing the demo right now. No, I'm not checking. I'm sure, I'm beyond sure. Guys are giving me like brain worms. Yeah, I think we'll go. I think we'll go. Bone chest is fine. Do I have any proof unless I check? What am I supposed to check? You are giving me brain worms? Yeah. Exactly. I think I could sell. Yeah, doesn't Rurikon like live in Portugal? He should have gotten access. I'm certainly not taking time off from streaming to create a Sundown for Sunbreak series. Don't know about that. What would the series involve? I mean, Sunbreak's just like not... The monsters are a bit harder, but like it's just not that as involved of a game as Monster Hunter World was. I don't think the Insect Lay video had anything to do with it, but I'm glad. I'm glad you think it does. Just tell people to mine for Zenny and not to worry about their non-edited charms. It's actually legitimately good advice. Actually got pretty lucky in Carbolite. What if they pay Rage Gaming a warm-up for Sunbreak series? Great. Somebody got paid. He's always pretty good at, like, really theory crafting immortal vampire builds, so I'm sure that's helpful for some people. I mean, hey, arguably that's more helpful than the sets I come up with. If people are just, like, taking hits all the time, maybe it is better. I don't know. I'm serious, actually. That's what people want to see. Elemental Greatsword coat builds. The Chameleos build was not a coat build, okay? It was actually pretty effective. Which may make somebody for those and he doesn't credit them? I mean, if he's paying somebody to make content for him, he doesn't want to give him attribution. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I mean, if they're paid, they're paid. Just like the Waterlong sword. I blame Anjanath's nose for having a 20% water hit zone rather than 25%. That would have changed everything. And then Teostra was like constantly going back and forth between good hit zones. Like that wasn't good either. I mean, it could have been okay with Toby, but I mean, who cares? It's PETA, hello. Good afternoon. It was a good option for Toby. It was, though. Penguinzilla, hello. It's a sex word level 1, Somnus. Okay, this is a PG-13 Christian channel. We haven't had any issue with people like majorly tweaking out while we're running podcasts, right? It's been like more or less okay. Swollen battery, yeah, it sucks. I don't know if Twitch has gotten better or if Automod is just better. I was sad, but then also somewhat like proud that my internet completely hemorrhaged itself, but then fixed itself at some point last night, like around midnight. Like apparently everything just died, but then it found the inner strength to start streaming again. So Sunday stream. I'm gonna try and take this up to Fatalis, and we only have 5 days left. Now, granted, Rise is going to take 2 hours. So, it actually seems like we have an okay amount of time. But then I was kind of thinking about doing a Monster Hunter Freedom playthrough as well. I mean, do I even need to ask you guys, like, does anybody actually want me to go up until Narwa? Or is it fine if instead of doing that, we just play Monster Hunter Freedom? The funny thing is, like, even the people saying yes, like it doesn't feel like remotely like genuine at all. No, I mean like stop the Rise playthrough at Magnum Hollow. There's nobody that actually feels that way. No, there's the only reason people would vote for Narwa is just to troll. Like I know the thing is like I know you. Like I know what you guys actually want to see. Like you don't want to see it. You don't. I know you don't. I do know you. You want to see Valstrax? No, you don't. You actually don't. Don't gaslight me, streamer. I mean, you might want to see the suffering as I grind up, you know, 30 to 40 rampages to get up to Valstrax. But Ruiner into Valstrax or a Moist Hole? Is that like some sort of curse? You want to see 100% guild card and dose? Actually good content. Freedom playthrough would be genuinely way better. That would have been 3 playthroughs of first gen Monster Hunter. Narwa, Freedom, or Dauntless. That would be good because the trolls would be split between Narwa and Dauntless. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a treat, and I'm going to probably do Sword and Shield for the Freedom playthrough. That's going to be my, like a little reward for myself. Just go back and keep playing For You until GOG. Unironically, if I gave the option of just playing For You till GOG in 4 days, you guys would flip out. You guys would lose your mind. Should I haste Freedom? Freedom's good. Freedom's a good game. For You GOG run, just take my old character and bring him up to For You. I mean, we'd probably be able to get through it pretty quickly. What weapon was I using in For You? I had... What is it, the Tetsukabra Longsword? Some sort of like attack up large with speed sharpening set. G1 is legitimately the hardest part of that. I would have to do... I'd have to do like all of Hub. Like how many days? It would be a lot. It'd be like 3 days, but I guess I could probably do it. Minecraft All Credits Challenge. We've done a little bit of Minecraft on this channel. I don't know how, like, the career Minecraft content creators do it, man. You don't have anything else to do. People want to see a Dragon's Dogma playthrough. People have asked for that. I'm getting a lot of requests for that. I have not done a mage run. Hardcore runs can be entertaining. Hardcore Dragon's Dogma runs? Bro, I'll die. I will die. I'd have to play that game so differently. Oh, hardcore in Minecraft, I see. They take their millions of dollars and wipe their tears away for having to play Minecraft? Do they, though? Is my double cross save finished? Defined finished. Am I done playing it? Kind of. You're asking me to go and play double cross. Just like, no. No. I'm gonna have to, like, nuke my Dragon's Dogma install because I installed, like, mods and stuff. Elden Ring? It's not saying it's a bad game. It's a good game, but it's not really. I'd sooner spend 8 hours farming the Griffin on stream, maxing out all of my Strangers of Paradise levels. Should I do that? Steam repair should work? I don't know, man. I might just nuke the save. Install and everything. Stream the ending? It's probably safe now, huh? It's so weird. It's like, they're like, don't stream after this. And like, on one hand, it's like, all right, maybe they said that because they don't want spoilers. But on the other hand, I feel like they said that because people would see what a mess the end of the game is. You didn't beat 4 of the hardest bosses. You never beat Elden Ring. But you say that like I would have a challenge. Like I wouldn't have a challenge. It's not like, oh no. A Souls game. Oh no. I'm going to get stuck on a boss. Oh, dang it. It's just like not hard, man. And I never felt even remotely pushed on anything that I fought. And maybe they're hard. Maybe they are hard. Maybe they're genuinely hard. It's that thing on my controller. It's a vibrator. You died to Gajas? Hard game. Rune level 1 would be hard. Didn't you use Spirit Ashes? So? What are you going to do about it? You use the Spirit Ashes. Not real game, not real clear. If you don't restrict yourself, nothing's hard. I guess I'm trying to think of like G1 in Monster Hunter 4U, and I'm trying to think like, I guess if you spammed mounting, that game wouldn't be that bad. But it's still pretty hard. It does feel like it's a game design issue if like, you have to be like, the only way to have a challenge in this game is to not do this, this, and this. Like, oh, I'm only going to play with half an A press. Do a playthrough where you only use the rat summon and name yourself the Rat Man. I like that idea. I vote for Ratman. We all like the idea of Ratman. I should be making honey. For a lot of difficult games, the hardest part is knowledge positioning. You can trivialize a game once you have those two down. Yeah. I agree with that. Play Splatoon with chat and ass blast them. Have you seen my aim? Just like Rise and Rides? Yeah. Dragon's Dogma playthrough sounds okay. It's like a little palate cleanse before Sunbreak comes out, because like a playthrough is only like what, 2 or 3 days at most, depending on how much you want to do. It's a pretty good game. I mean, everybody more or less enjoys Dragma. And then I'm gonna have to. I don't know why this is controversial. I'm gonna have to play Rise to get used to it again prior to the release of Sunbreak. And I know I'm gonna see like a lot of angry faces in chat, but like I'm gonna have to play the game, guys. Like I'm gonna have to play it. I'm going to. Rise night stream, you'll get Rise during the normal stream time. With mods? It can't be any mods that would dramatically change the balance. I'll probably use like the cutscene skip mod. I'll obviously use the blood mod. I'm not sure if I'd want to use any of the elemental change mods or anything like that. Maybe. Play Rise and be as degenerate as possible? What, just do like spare shot slicing sticky builds for the next like 200 hours? What this is Fatcom. This is not I'm not on the internet right now. It's not a multiplayer session. Will you hit that wall? This is just to see if the Godges do anything. They don't seem to care if he gets wall banged. Oh, I thought that was going to be the leg. That was the body. Play Sunbreak with the mod where you like your chat and are nice to us again? I'm nice to you guys. Oh, no! I thought that was going to hit a lot harder. That wasn't that bad. That could have been worse. Adpocalypse? I'm streaming as much as I can, so I don't have to, like, subject you to the adpocalypse on a daily basis. Oops. What the hell am I doing? think most viewers are here for the ad rim job they get every 7 minutes. It's every 20 minutes. It's 7 minutes of ads an hour. It's not like ads every 7 minutes. Does he have his like little call out thing yet? Guess he doesn't have that yet. Wow, that was so much damage. Holy crap. Broadsheet? You're gonna be okay, bud. You're gonna be alright. You're gonna be alright. Oh, you're not okay, Papaya Apples. The ads will cheer you up, Papaya Apple. They'll be there for you. That's a lot of keen bones. That's right. I'm genuinely surprised how many people are able to tolerate the amount of ads that are being played in this stream. I don't understand. I really don't understand. I would tweak out super hard. I'd be like, fuck that. I'm not watching that many ads. Sorry. But thank you. We are 4 hours away from the requirements.
Yeah.
It's no worse than watching TV. Are you saying my content is as good, if not better, than live TV? Because that's one of the nicest things that somebody's ever said to me. Chat bullies me back. Ugh! Oh, you're hitting me with all this money. Oh, my feelings. It hurts. Oh, all these shiny silver dollars falling into my couch cushions. Oh, it hurts me. They're throwing all this money at me. It's better than TV, but that's a low bar. I know. It's a little worse, but it's like live TV, but that show keeps playing when the ad goes. I mean, I'll take like mostly worse than live TV. I'll still take that as a compliment. Why am I outside? Do you not have a solarium with a couch in it and a gaming setup?
Pay me. Ugh. Sprinkle all that cheddar over my
That sounds more like a you problem than a me problem. Oh, I should probably... Oh! Chaos, thank you for donating a sub to Papaya Apple. I apologize, I did miss that, didn't I?
Oh. Oh.
Wow. did you know you were gonna get caught with automod? It's like literally what a wealthy person would do, like censor anyone that would criticize them. Can't want to call me a smug bastard? You can't. It would almost definitely approve the phrase smug bastard. Let's see. That is name calling level 2, by the way. I have 6 couches. I'm definitely above the typical household average. Is it the number of couches that I own, or is it the fact that I have space for 6 couches that's the problem? Probably both. You got 6 couches too? Don't say that too loudly. People don't like it when they hear that. I gotta like tenderize the body or something. There's certain angles where it gets all hecked up. Think Rathine's ugly in this game? I don't think she looks that bad. She's got to be pretty close. She's dropped one pod for sure. We got one more tornado slash and then I'll... Roar dodge? The roar dodges are pretty easy in World. Do the magnet spike skill they gave to Insect Glaive. I think I've got footage of Ruku Diora somewhere on my channel. I don't know if it's from the podcast or Teamwork Cast. It's on one of the episodes. It's on the podcast. What a shame. I went to check to see when the next ad was playing, and the ad is already playing. Ooh. Ooh.
ニューヒークスとニーグラゴメ強いタークローベルト・フォーベーズのメールだエリークメムクラーソイスルダートミダールクカージコソビリーズナハハハレガトーク
Viceroy, hello, good morning. Do I use any mods for World? This playthrough I'm not using any mods. The only mod that I like regularly use and install, there's one mod for blood in the game that I like using. That's pretty much it. Like I don't feel really like I'm fine with the state of the game, if that makes any sense. Like I don't feel like tenderizing is bad, or at least in master rank, like claw stagger doesn't bother me. It bothers me in low rank and high rank because the game just wasn't balanced for it. But in master rank, like the game's designed for it. The shaver deco and the whatever clutch claw talisman both make that a lot easier. I sometimes use like layered cosmetic mods. Papa Apple, have a good night. You're going to sleep early. Was it like 2, 3 a.m.? Add red sharpness mod. I did that once. I will not do it again. That's the most painful thing I've ever done.
シハムトゥグがタニュルキシラキドトゥルイシークベリラディエマ
にドゥドゥで
ネルギガンテゾラマクダラオスナーリネルギガンテラリネシ
Just make randoms play with red sharpness. Oh my god.
もうマクダラオスティアミベスパザーゼ
ネルギガン
The only person that doesn't like the Mod Center voiceover in World English was top notch.
シーレティ
I don't think the English voice acting was bad necessarily. I just like the Mod Center language. Is there a Tenderize and Rise? The closest thing you get is Water Blight. And that only lasts like, whatever, 30 seconds or whatever. We still do Arrow Attack, Bow only, and Rise. I'm only going to go up to Magnum Malo, I think, Dean. And yeah, I'm still planning on doing Arrow, Bow only. I hate to show, like, such disrespect to Rise, but that's just kind of the way that I feel. This is actually Shep now, unfortunately. No, it's not like any. Is somebody else streaming Sunbreak right now? No one else is streaming Sunbreak.
いいじゃないあの俺レザムトゥグナーラリベグラ
ガメゼクラビーダイシーグレス
フィーラ
ゾランマグダラオス
You were talking to a recording for 5 minutes before.
ミスキーラオゲソリーテ
I guess I know that happens.
フィーニユクトゥキュシュラスネルギガンテ
ネルギガンテキューエマグダラオスリム
There's nobody streaming Sunbreak.
アゼフォーモーラネルギガンテラオダーツトリユーサ
キュータムネルギガンテクドスオーレルキービアラグイキソーラズティエイクテムギ
God, imagine having sideburns that cool.
レミモーラビトオーネシス
Hey
ミーフダーオミルト
Well, this is. I'm gonna have like a vacation, Dean. Oh, it's gonna be so nice.
空気うわミートラネネシソスあ
Just ban chat. If I could do a reverse list, that would actually be better. Only get chat from certain members. Get in the get on the chat list.
ユギーレネルギガンテ大育法
Well, you should just grow them out then, Dwarven, man. VIP, is that VIP only chat? I don't know if there's a VIP only chat. I haven't seen Meat Man in a while. Accept your application for reverse list. Let's see. I'm making full Uragon. You gifted like what, 1 sub for full Uragon? You didn't say whether or not that was going to be in high rank or master rank, right? Two now. One was just bailing Papaya Apple out. I gotta get up to Fatalis, bro. I don't want to spend an hour farming Uragon. I certainly want to be high rank today. What does master rank Uragon have? Does it have, like, actual skills? Do you have to submit the appropriate forms before you gift me money? You have to submit the forms necessary for me to get the full story behind the highway budget in my state. Defense and Bombardier. Well, I finished World and Rise today. I'm going to Fatalis. Do you want me to stop playing World so I can finish Rise? I could do that. Take a quick, complete Rise break. Can we just skip Rise? We can't just skip it. Just farm Safi instead? What? You want to see Rise with bowgun melee attack only? It's probably not bad. It might actually be easier than bow arrow only. Just skip Sunbreak. I don't know why. I don't know where there's like I think where a lot of the Sunbreak like angst comes from is some people tried really hard to make Rise into their forever game and they played it for an extra like 200 to 300 hours more than they probably should have. And so they just have it in their mind that it's like not good. Getting enough sunlight in there? I get plenty of sunlight, but I don't know if it actually generates vitamin D. Amatsu, hello. Good afternoon. I think a lot of people just tried to turn Rise into Monster Hunter World and it just wasn't there. I heard a lot more complaints about ads today than I have the last couple days. I mean, if Rise had anything, guild quests, I mean, even investigations for like charms would have been nice. Maybe I'm more entertaining today. I was like sundowning mega hard yesterday. But I mean, we had even more people there for that, so I don't know what was going on. I was talking about like bird boners and stuff like that. Soccer Mom of Doom, thank you. Twitch chat in live stream pornography. There was some interesting stuff going on. Monster Hunter Endgame usually sucks. I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that. Miracle Grow, eggplant, sodomy. This is weird, man. I don't think it even phases Jen anymore. Not really. She's like used to it. Azaya Renka, hello? I got some bones. Yeah, like 3U didn't have anything like in terms of like end game content, but the end game itself was like so varied and reasonably difficult that you didn't feel like it needed that. I'm just as weird back then. Excuse me, Amatsu. 3 had charm farms? Yeah, but you didn't like go out of your way. I don't remember really going out of my way. GU was like, yeah, I mean, just if you cleared all the content, you weren't like, I need more endgame. This is who you married after saying something weird? It was not a surprise. Viceroy, thank you. Thank you for the 20 months.
Love you, Shad, hands up.
I mean, 4U legitimately has, I would argue, the best endgame out of anything in the series. Well, we've had pretty good luck with mining and stuff. Like, really good luck. That's wild.
Show it to me, Daddy. Let me take a good look at your long, hard lance. Oh yeah, that insect glaive. Oh, I'd really suck the extract out of you.
Would anybody really want to see like a Nergigante insect glaive, or I guess the Master Rank Iron one is going to be better anyways. You need to get G one of these days. It goes on sale for $20 all the time. Weren't you just fighting gores and monkeys for 4U endgame? I mean, if you wanted to metagame it, I think you could just like keep doing Rajang over and over again with whatever else you wanted. Oh, you're right. I am doing Hunting Horn and Master Rank. Thank you for reminding me. Pretty lucky with these bone drops. Was Garuga a good one as well? I don't really know. I never really did it that much. I did see a streamer from Japan streaming 4U to like 3,000 people the other weekend, and I thought that was pretty amazing. That was really cool. He was just playing Gunlance. Pretty sure he's playing Gunlance. That could be me. Well, it's not me, though. But it makes me happy. It was almost definitely Matcha, I guess. That sounds familiar. It was just him doing 4U endgame stuff. He was just killing some Apex Rajangs and stuff. Or whatever they were, end Guild Quest Rajangs. Craft the Nergigante Hunting Horn if you get a gem. It doesn't upgrade, though, in Master Rank, right? Somebody link the Matcha stream. I'm subscribed to them, Theo. I'm just not sure if I can find it easily under like my YouTube subscribers.
あーだ3
Apparently, Moss was doing some testing on pitfall traps in Monster Hunter Freedom. And if you drop a smoke bomb and the monster walks into a pitfall trap without seeing you, they stay in it for a really long time. I think that's neat. I mean, we should be fine. I don't have any max potions, but I don't really think I need them. I should probably have upgraded my bug. I'll upgrade my bug after this, I guess. It is a little bit of a baby bug. But I mean, that's okay. Attack behind a pitfall trap is crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff like that in Monster Hunter, isn't there? I'm really looking forward to the fight against Fulgur with Hunting Horn. Fulgur on Janath is probably my favorite Master Rank fight in the context of the run that we're doing. Is a Dodogama Hunting Horn still good in Master Rank? Oh, sorry, I'm a little sweaty, guys. Gator, hello. You can upgrade it early? I might just be lazy, though, and use the iron or the bone one. Sniff the armpit, excuse me? I love this monster. I love you. You have something you can upgrade? What do you have for me to upgrade? Did I fix my AC? I'm not plugging it in. I'm on strike against the electricity here. That does a lot of damage. I'm using my computer, which draws a lot of energy. Well, I have to use my computer. Almost made it through. Can get the head perfectly? claw stagger didn't ruin anything there. Why was the term precious baby auto-modded? Oops, too early. Precious baby sounds like a nice thing to call somebody. Precious baby? Precious Baldy? Are you calling me the precious Baldy? Your child precious, Baldy? Nobody makes fun of my child like that. He sits there, he's been streaming for like 2 weeks! He works so hard and that's how you treat him? This is Monster Hunter language. It's alright. Why am I working him so hard? He's trying to like give back to the family. Woo! Powering up the Kinsec do something? The red buff makes him do more damage. The orange buff makes it so his he's got double the stamina. I think the red buff I think it makes it actually him attack like faster as well. Yeah, slinger ammo buffs the buffs it. If you get the pod from a monster, it's more effective. And if you have spirit and strength boost, it does both at the same time. Well, he never did the Superman dive. Or he never did his spike dive, so that's pretty cool. Him walking directly into that other ice crystal column, that was pretty great, though. You like this weapon? I like you. What do you think about that? I think it was like a racial slur used more in like the aughts. Is that the 2000s? But it is good that Automod caught that one. That's a good job, Automod. Keep it up. The aughts? Isn't that what they're called? The 2000s? The aughts is a way of referencing the decade of 2000 to 2009 in American English. The equivalent term used in British English is the naughties. What? What are you guys doing over there? Why do you call it the naughties? What's wrong with you? Oh, you get a little naughty. What are you doing? I mean, the aughts is weird, but the naughties is like, what? Wubby, that is aggression level 3. And I will not tolerate it. He said, you oughts to suck my nuts. How is that only aggression level 3? That should be at least aggression level 2. How is that aggression? If we were in a professional context, like whatever, like we were performing some like expensive real estate financial transaction, and somewhere in the way, along the way, I told you, you ought to suck my nuts, that's not okay. I did hear that the mods were saying he's reading the auto-modded chat now. There's nothing we can do. You consider this professional? I am a professional video game player. He's asking how it's aggression. I'm explaining. It's not a demand, it's a suggestion. At what point, at anywhere in your life, would the suggestion to suck somebody's nuts improve the situation ever? When would that ever get you like, ooh, we're in a pickle now? Well, hey, don't worry. You ought to suck my nuts. Remember when you called us taint-sucking butt gremlins? I stand by my words. I stand by my words. I will go to my grave calling you guys taint-sucking butt gremlins. And that's honestly more than you deserve. Two guys are stranded in a desert. The other guy needs moisture. So we're in a desert. My arms are injured. I could no longer move them, but I can walk. You are stuck on the ground.
Look, I will bite you, okay?
Unable
If I
to
see
move.
Any one of you in
I'm
real life,
able to walk
getting bit.
over and dip my nuts into the oasis water and carry them over to you. And say, you ought to suck my nuts or you will die of dehydration. Yeah, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. No, I get it. I'm good. I'm good now. I get it now. I get it. I gotta, I don't have, my arms don't work.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick that 6-year-old's ass.
You'd rather it be your toes? No, that gets lost in the sand. There's only one. I mean, I guess I could like mama bird it to you. I could like slurp it up into my mouth and spit it in your face. You got two choices. I can either spit the water in your mouth or you can suck it off my nuts. All right, guys, I get it. I understand now why I do not get early access. I've come to an understanding. I've come to peace. I understand it. I get it. I get it now. I get it. I understand. I've taken down the entirety of NA with me. That's cool. When I morb suck the nuts. I have a little bit of peace. He just attacks it. How about you drink all the water and pee in the guy's mouth? I think I'd rather have the ball water than being... I mean, all right, in order of preference, I'd rather you spit the water in my mouth. I think I'd take the ball water over being peed in the mouth. Is that weird? At least it's still water at that point. But if you drank enough water of clear pee, it still went through his body. No, you can't have toe water. Toe water is not an option. He could spit it in your mouth. You could drink it from his balls. Or you could... or you could pee it. What are we talking about? We're talking about in what situation is it appropriate to tell somebody that they ought to suck your nuts? What if the balls were sitting in a cup of water for an hour, like brewing testicle tea, like a literal tea bag? I mean, I don't want to drink that. Why is toe water not an option? Because you got to walk through sand. And the sand, like, scrubs it all away. Obviously. Those are the only 3 choices. Official Capcom content creator. Number 1 official Capcom Monster Hunter content creator. Is knee water an option? How is it an option? All right, 4th option. They're allowed to jump into the oasis and you have to lick the water off their body. This is just getting very erotic. Like, some of you would, like, be very okay with many, if not all of these options. I know Dwarven Man would. Dwarven Man's like, where do I pay for this service? What about soaking your hair and have them suck your hair? Why is that aggression level 4? Don't you dare mention hair sucking! Guys, stop talking about anus vacuums. There's more than one person typing it. I don't want to see it. There's nobody like watching this like on a TV with like their family nearby, is there? There's a lot of people in chat right now. There's probably at least one person in a semi-public space that has to explain to somebody right now what the hell they're watching. Anyone who's doing that, I gotta tell you right now, they knew what they were tuning into. They knew. They knew what happened when they clicked it. Julian has it on at the target right now. All right, Branchius, that's like a paragraph, and just at the end of it, you just say, suck the nuts. What are you... I'm not reading all of that. That's like a lot of words just for you to end with that line. Not reading a novel to find out how you got to that conclusion. It's like, allow me to introduce my 12-paragraph thesis on why you should suck my nuts. It's okay. All right. I mean, I'm going to give you an A for effort, but I'm not reading that. There's too many words. Baby sister is next to you, so does that count? Like, she at that age where she understands words, or... Okay, stop it. Cave Explorer, I think that's like 2 or 3 days in a row now. What's walking around? Is that a Rodamon? Something's making noise. Does Rodamon come down here? I didn't know Rodamon came down this far. No, it's a Deviljah. You know how, like, some games are very close to being a perfect game? This game's so close to being a perfect game. And then they put this in there. You can't... Is this new thing going to be like, let's put in, like, advanced scientific hypotheses, and then at the end just put suck my nuts? So that I have to see something that, like, I'm interested in reading, and then it just ends in suck my nuts? The funny thing is, somewhere along the line, and I think I'm partially responsible for this, they did get the idea of adding more tracks in for speedrunners. I wish they'd just, like, done more than that, though. That's why German's mods didn't want him reading mod chat. But it encourages that sort of behavior, just people, like, talking directly to this streamer. I guess I get that. I used to listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I had one of their albums I would listen to. But I mean, knowing nothing about them, I bet you they're into NFTs now. Almost directly. Almost absolutely, right? This is the second stream of World, yeah. Remember yesterday I was talking about the bird boner? One of their members passed away last week? Oh no. That's sad. Second stream, I thought I was a speedy boy at this game. I mean, we beat GU yesterday, too. How many games do you want me to beat in one day? I'm not using Defender and Guardian gear. We're going all the way to Fatalis. It's going to be a couple days anyways. It's nice going through with the speedrun knowledge, but then like able to take like an extra 5 minutes to actually gather bones to get stronger. What the hell, man? Excuse me? What's wrong with you? Get autobotted. Oh, you suck my nuts then. You know, why do you think he has got mud all over his body and yet when he gets the chance he just shakes it all off? That doesn't make any sense. Jesus Christ. I'm just trying to collect tricks. Get out of my way. Oh my god. Goddamn nightmare. It's just like it's just a complete mess. I think the phrase "mud felcher" is what you got auto-modded by. I think felcher is not okay. Yeah. I guess we could probably get Carrot an artist badge for what is it? Moldy at the very least. I mean, if Dwarven has one, I guess Carrot should probably get one too. Can you have an artist badge? Have you made an emote? I only get 5. It's not really a lot. Maybe make an emote and then maybe we get one. Almost done. I gotta stop responding to it. So all I'm doing is encouraging it. Mr. Nailbrain, hello. I mean, we do have Bedge. We also have Kekage, which is genuinely a very good emote. Turn Automod off? I need it. We're going to run the podcast for like, I don't know, one more day, I guess? By popular demand. After that, we're going to turn the Automod off. Or, I mean, at the very least, I'm going to reduce the settings. Automod level 1 is actually probably pretty good because it will occasionally catch some stuff that it should probably grab. Automod level 3 and especially like Automod level 4 is just like, you're name calling. When's the list reactivating? Probably pretty soon. I've already had people starting to post things in chat that are almost list worthy. Somebody was posting stuff about like purple sharpness modifier and I was tweaking out a little bit. If you didn't have a huge backlog of your own content to show, what would I be showing overnight? I wouldn't show anything. I'm not going to stream other people's content. Surprised how you calmly I responded to the purple sharpness guy? 100% list-worthy behavior. 100%. Purple sharpness guy revealing what they thought was purple sharpness modifier. Which I mean is, you know, like whatever, but you should also probably like leave stuff for me to figure out on my own. Should play day streams in reverse overnight. Permaban and Dogsworthy. I don't know about that. But it's certainly list-worthy. I mean, it's also like, it's not guaranteed anything in the demos anyways. Things could change between a demo build and the main build. Does I need a monster bone? Can I make anything? It's actually a pretty good piece of armor. But man, is it hideous. If I did it, you'd have to see my character's face. God, it's so much defense, though. It's so ugly. Oh. I gotta get rid of it. It's just like, it's so much defense. It's like a wild amount of defense. I see a post about Ignactor. I did not see a post about Ignactor. Are you like... I don't want to know about it. I don't know whether it's in the game or not in the game. Just craft the eye patch. I'd have to farm Nergigante for that. I'm just not going to do that. How would people know? Oh, bug. It was an official post? Oh, well, there you go. I mean, if it's an official post, I mean, what are you going to do? It's an official post. They're going to... I mean, they're going to list themselves on everything. Kind of want to get some piercing claws, guys. Actually, we're switching to hunting horn. It doesn't matter. I know they specifically went out of their way to say that Legiacris is not coming back. That's whatever. They said they couldn't do it again. It's not that they can't do it. It's just it's probably just too much work compared to any other monster. International visit, hello. You know, I'm sure if you're like, you have to put Legiacris in the game or the world will end, they would find a way to add Legiacris to the game. But relative to just like making a bunch of other monsters and content, I mean, you've got, like, arguably some of the best animators in the industry. Like, they could definitely do something to rig him up so he would be too weird. I mean, Ludroth doesn't have wiggly neck. That's the issue. Is they have a hard time animating all the wiggles. I don't think flat, like, just putting Legiacris in, like, an arena is a good solution, though. Do I have a wiggly neck? No, sometimes it gets stiff, man. You ever get a stiff neck? What do you do when that happens? Like, it gets, like, stuck kind of, like, to the side. Like, not a lot, but, like 5 degrees to the right. And you try to move it too far to the left, it hurts. Fatalis is an extremely wiggly neck. I mean, they may just be using a tech excuse because they want people to freak out when they introduce Legiacris in a future game. Think heating it helps? Maybe it does. Turn up, hello. Good afternoon, good morning. That face, man. Woo. He's already poisoned? Chat's going hard today. Oh, I got the roll. Nice. You have to be careful here. Should be pretty close to a topple. Wings at just the right angle to bounce on it. It's a lot of poison. That's actually not a very good hit zone. So tenderizing it here actually kind of matters a little bit. Yes, Dragon, thank you. I play Bot Center, but your CPU keeps hitting 80 degrees when you boot Rise. Can you put on like an undervolt or go into like performance mode or get a cooling pad? Do you have any options? You know, we haven't really done like one ride this entire playthrough. I mean, 80 degrees is probably within tolerance for a, I'm assuming you're playing on a laptop. $80 degrees on a PC is fine. Why do you even notice or care? I mean, not that you should, but a number of CPUs have tolerance up to 100 degrees Celsius. I'm not saying 75 is like a great temperature to run it at, but it could definitely be a lot worse. Yeah, if you start seeing like artifacting, stripes, the system starts blue screening and stuff, I would be concerned. But if you're not seeing any issues and the fans don't bother you, just play it. I mean, you could look into undervolting the computer if you want to get it down even lower. If you've got a powerful enough computer, you can undervolt it and reduce the temps by reducing the power. Rise is not a very demanding game. Japanese gonna sue me for destroying his PC. Go ahead and try it, coward. You gonna stick around for a while? T'Challa taking flash pods like chat takes ads. Just over and over and over again. Does Kushalla's hands take more damage or just missing the head? I was aiming for the head, but I mean, when you do the dive, it's not exactly like you've got like a sniper laser sight and where you're gonna land it. Sometimes I landed the dive on the head. If it's untenderized, the head and arms are, I think, pretty similar in hit zones in either case. You have to understand, though, I was also trying to avoid hitting the wings. I don't want to bounce on the wings. The dive is actually really forgiving. Even if you don't land the initial dive, the follow-up hits are okay, and it marks the monster, so it could definitely be worse. Hard to aim Rise because of the camera? I mean, Rise is actually, in some ways, slightly easier. And I know people are going to tweak out for me saying that, but it stops your momentum entirely. In World, you actually carry your momentum a little bit. I'm going to do the boys watch party bounty. Yeah, I may not do it today. I might do it tomorrow. But yes, we are going to do that. It's a might seed or might not seed. That's terrible. You should feel bad for saying it. Yeah, I got a bounty for episode 1 of season 3 of The Boys. I don't want to watch it anyways, so I may as well. The only issue is it's like Prime only, so if you don't have Amazon Prime, like you're not going to be able to watch the stream. Or if you do watch the stream, you're just going to hear me talking about something and not know what the hell's going on. I don't know. I've never done a Prime watch party before. Like, ever. So I actually don't know how it works. I heard the first episode is very violent. I mean, I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but I have heard it is violent. I've watched seasons 1 and 2. I liked it. I like it better than the comic. I read the comic. I did not like the comic. People without Prime can't tune in at all? Wow. I don't think there's any way to archive it, Overlord Dean. I wouldn't worry about it at all. Yeah, the issue is like the art style, and like they went a different direction right away. I don't know if it's Garth Ennis. I can't remember. You know better than me. Just the pacing and the dialogue and everything else of it, like in that is better in The Boys. Like the actor that plays Huey is just genuinely a better fit for Huey than the guy that's portrayed in the comics. Nah, we're not going to do a watch party in the Discord. We stay away from pirate stuff in the Discord. Like, I'll help people with emulation, but I'm assuming everybody owns their own copy, you know? Oh, I'm so good at video games. Did you see that evasion? Not possible at base world, by the way. Somebody claims they saw Cantha do it once, but I'm telling you it's not possible. What changed to make it possible? They just reduced how long the roar was active for. I would believe it, John, if I didn't like have like literally hundreds of tries to evade it and never get it even once. You know what I mean? In base world. My Master Rank, we are in the Elder Gauntlet leading up to Master Rank right now. Oh! Oh, that was so good. Insectlave and Master Rank 2. We did a vote for what weapon I was going to use. and it was basically tied between Hunting Horn and Insect Glaive. So I'm going to do Insect Glaive for low rank, high rank, and I'm going to do Hunting Horn for master rank. That's the current plan. I think that's fair, because it was really almost 50-50. Iceborne credits count in this challenge? They absolutely count. And then beyond that, I think I'm going to go up to Fatalis. I didn't do that last time, but I think it'd be fun content to get up to Fatalis. Learn well, you have until I finish it with this character, which will probably be tomorrow or I guess Tuesday at the latest? Any ideas for the whole Dauntless Elemental mod thing? Honestly, from what you've posted in the chat, that sounds amazing. The only thing that you could add to it is maybe bundle or tweak the Elemental Blight mod. I like the idea of the Elemental Blight mod, but it felt like the distribution of the way the blights were inflicted was a little bit uneven. In that Dual Blades got a ton, and probably too many for stuff like Thunder, whereas like Great Sword and Hammer didn't get any at all. Add like a modifier or something. Like it was just bullying with Thunder Dual Blades. It felt like bullying. What do you guys think about wall banging monsters outside of Claw Staggers? Is it fair if you don't have Rocksteady and Temporal Mantle? It's incompatible stuff like Blighted because you don't get elemental damage anymore. Do you still get the elemental effects? You can get the bang, you deserve the bang. That's kind of how I feel about it too. I see. Elemental effects don't care if the element inflicted is 0. They just care what element you're supposed to inflict. I don't know why, but that sounds really funny. god, that bug does so much damage. He did like 200 damage. Just as part of the dive. I should probably go and get flash bombs, but instead I'm carping him. How would critical element elemental topples interact with a Dauntless mod? I would assume critical element would just boost your elemental value, which would then in turn get boosted and converted into raw when dealing damage to the monster. How did it not become a huge meme on your channel? Early on in my live streaming content creation, somebody in the chat said, "You look like a fuzzy peanut," and we thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. You might be like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but I mean, it's kind of funny. Guy found the tone of the channel. I mean, it's not like incredibly insulting. I mean, it's definitely not a compliment. That was on YouTube. But there's a certain level of playfulness to that I certainly enjoy, I guess. Oh yeah, it's absolutely somewhere in the YouTube VODs. 100%. There's no question there. I've got plenty of flashes, actually. Slashing, blunt, and shell damage are all considered elements. Don't they refer to, like, hit zones as, like, meat? YouTube crowd is inconsiderate compared to sophisticated Twitch patrons. Literally the only thing good about Twitch is the user base of Twitch. Like, Twitch, the company, does not deserve Twitch, the user base. They honestly really, really, really do not. 100%? Meat groups? I like that. It's your meat group. It's my most popular video on YouTube. I don't know. Let's see. I had a random YouTube greatsword speedrun that got hit up by the algorithm at one point. Views. So this video here, this is a live stream. This, for some reason, has 450,000 views. And then this has 486,000 views. So there's a greatsword speedrun, and there's a early look at Rathalos in a PAX West demo. So they're basically tied at like almost 500,000. It's my hardest meat group. I'm still soft. My highest video is about Rathalos and Bow, and it's like all about Dragon Piercer. I mean, for the most part, Monster Hunter is still like a weird nerd game that is not like necessarily extremely popular in the West. It might get there someday. But I guess it's popular enough to make a living off of. one reason or another. It's no Destiny. Yeah. World did good. All my friends play Monster Hunter, and I don't know what selection bias is. Yeah. 100,000 views about bowguns. I mean, I'm not just like... I don't just like... Look, I even made a video about slicing at one point, okay? Before I realized how bad it was for a gameplay experience. Do you think Monster Hunter World is more popular in Korea due to the MMO elements? I mean, Monster Hunter in general is just more popular in Korea. But, I mean, they also have a smaller population, so I just don't know how that all intersects. You know, they actually had a release of the MMO in their territory. They have regular Monster Hunter tournaments over there. For a long time, I always thought that, like, Souls would be, like, a gateway drug and get people, like, introduced into Monster Hunter, and then, like, eventually, like, they would come over and really enjoy the game. But that just never really seems to have actually materialized, you know? How much do you make videos based on what people want to see versus what you think is fun or interesting? I 100% make videos just based on whatever the hell I want to make. You know what I mean? I'm not making immortal vampire builds. I make videos. I'll make videos soon. Would you play Diablo Immortal if you got sponsored? How much? What are they paying? There's probably a price. But I'm not playing that game for free. That's for damn sure. There's absolutely a price. I'm not saying that there's not a price. I gotta make a living, but... The game sounds like it's got some pretty awful, like, player mechanics. Am I considering the Witcher content as content for the credits? No. You made 1,500 euros before you got banned? How did you get banned? Why would you get banned? Did they not like the way you were farming in their video game? Can I even reach that? No. That was kind of funny. I went for the head. Oh, you were just auto-hotkeying good underpriced drops. I don't see how that would get you banned, though. It's botting, but I guess by a different name, right? I think I spent 50 cents on the real money auction house and got like a really sweet sword. And I was like, wow, this sword's so powerful. I didn't necessarily have a negative interaction with it, but I'm sure in the long run it was probably pretty bad for the game. I feel like games shouldn't, like, I know there's a little bit of irony as me, somebody who plays video games for a living, but I feel like games shouldn't be a job. Why didn't I buy a hamburger for 50 cents? I don't know if I have a coupon for 50 cents. Pay to win player? Hamburger legendary? I don't even know what that is. It sounds funny though. For some reason, I'm okay when Eve does it. But I don't want every game. Every game should not be like that. That went a little bit farther than I normally wanted. I'm gonna take this one chance to sharpen while I have it. Oops. Oh, is he not enraged? You deliver a winner egg in Monster Hunter 3 if it's not the target of the quest? Should be able to, yeah. Oh, I missed it. Got too excited. Random egg delivery kind of went away as something that was important. Once you started needing like a bunch of Poke Points to upgrade your farm, like in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Oh! Keeps getting me with that fire breath. Oh no, I might die. know. I'd say AT Teostra in this game was pretty rough. His high rank version will vomit on you. I guess they both vomit. Fine. Fine. Yeah, the side smash for hammer used to be like a really good shortcut for triple pounds, but like it barely speeds up that combo. ATTO2? If you had full stun resistance, he didn't really do anything. Yeah, Dean, I'm still salty that we got to the point where they decided that we did not need to have split gunner and blade master armor. The alternate designs are just like not the same. They're not different enough. And the gunner armor used to look great. It's one of the best parts about gunner stuff was like how good the armor looked. Alright. Bug time. D2 is still pure. You can play it offline, right?
とそれミラヒム
Rise doesn't even have beta armor. You know, I never really thought about it.
We Nick
あだガネホーにでもにいいがしない
Next time should do gunner and blade master armors and alpha betas for each. It sounds like somebody believes in Santa. Already in world? Almost done with high rank. We almost got our first set of credits. Shows my live stream over a live stream of live squids. Why not watch both? Get yourself a multi-stream setup.
動画寝といらリオ
でそう
ガメなうだとら
やそれさあメリー
Wait, does the side smash actually have good stun? Was it like 30?
ですか。
ガシグラ、それ。
Yeah, but the overhead smash gives you the water strike. It is weird we never got the Seeker's chest. It's kind of like the Hunter set, but just like more ragged. Am I on my deck? I'm in my solarium. I mean, my biggest issue with Path of Exile is it just, like, looks weird. Path of Exile just, like, is a weird-looking game. You know? It looks kind of like it wants to be like Diablo 2, but it just doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, that's it too. Like, usually when I watch a Path of Exile stream, it's just people, like, spinning and just entire rooms of things dying forever. Presumably there are bosses somewhere that are difficult, but I almost never see it. I just see people spinning through swarms of enemies. I'll be right back. I'm just going to turn on my fan. I don't know where my headphones went. I don't really care either. Xeno stuff doesn't look terrible. Easy monster? Yeah, he is pretty easy. Is Dragon's Dogma next? Did you forget about Monster Hunter Rise? It's getting an expansion at the end of this month. Xeno weapons are awful? They were usable, like, when the game launched. The Luna Xeno weapons I remember using an okay amount. Do I like the light flashes on hits in World? I prefer the older style of hit effects better than the lights in World. When blood just sprays out of things. It's not really like light flashing. I think you're thinking more of like Monster Hunter Rise. In World, it's more like scales and dust and rocks for whatever reason. It's what you see the most of. Yeah, Rise, I actually, I run mods to disable those sparks and try and bring back some of the blood effects. Actually commissioned DSC to do that. That's how much it bothered me. So no, I guess you could say no, I do not like the sparks. Blood effects are just classic, you know? It's just the way I remember playing the game for a very long time. My theory is they're self-censoring to try and get the game to sell more in the Chinese market. It's either that or it's an ESRB thing, and it would prevent the game from get an MA rating, and then it wouldn't be sold in Walmart or something like that. But there's definitely something like that. I blame either the American or the Chinese. I don't know, maybe the German market, who knows? Could be Germany. Germany doesn't like blood in video games either. Only because they don't want it to be an MA game. They want it to be a team game. But I understand it. You know, they kind of want to have it so they could have like a slightly younger player base. They don't want it to be something that's going to be like an MA game. Not that that's ever stopped kids from playing games. Germany does that when there's actual gore, not for blood effects. I mean, yeah, I'm assuming you know a lot better than I do, but I do know that there's definitely censorship there. Well, I don't think the Brazilian market is holding back the blood in Monster Hunter for sure. I mean, the thing is like, does it bother me a little bit? Yeah, it bothers me a little bit, but for the most part, mods have been pretty good about getting blood back. The world implementation is really good. It's almost like they coded it in the game and then they just like didn't give it to us. There's not a lot of damage. Maybe the standing attack could hit that. Want to see blood in Brazil? Just go outside. Why does it have more gun violence than the United States? That doesn't make any sense. They censor blood effects but leave hail cuts? Those don't necessarily seem contradictory to me. Is this Sunbreak? Yes. I got Sunbreak early access. I as an official Monster Hunter Capcom content creator, was given early access to Sunbreak, and I'm allowed to stream it on my channel. Barrett scalp fall to the ground in 5th gen? It does. Knock it off if you use a impact zone. Outside of the newsletter, Carrot, I don't know that anything has come from that. But I mean, I like the title. I'll use it when it's time to stream Sunbreak. The only thing that's a little awkward is some people come in and they're like, they think I'm part of the dev team. Nick Hill. Hello. Street Fighter streamer was offered Sunbreak, but not me. I would understand. They would have a different audience from a Monster or Street Fighter player than me. I give dev vibes. Ooh. It's just like almost everything is outsourced in Capcom NA. It just seems that, at least it seems to be that way, so. Is this payback for the money you made from secondhand microtransactions from last year? What the hell are you talking about? What? You're talking about the Capcom charity? Excuse me? I learned how to program games. I think I applied for a community manager position at a video game company at one point. But a great final boss. I think Safi's great. I would make weird games. I would make challenging games. I mean, you all know where my preferences lie. Good climax is a sex word, Enigma, and I would prefer you not use sex words in the chat. You're telling me playing ads redirects more people to the stream, just keep playing ads? 100% Jokakun. Isn't it weird? Is this a speed run? Yeah, we just finished the high rank portion. Isn't that cool? No, it's not a speed run. I mean, it's kind of a speed run, but it's also not a speed run. I've done some speed runs before. I've done a couple. She looks sick. She looks like ill. Yeah, we're doing hunting horn, right? The hunter just doesn't look right. She's like fighting some sort of like illness, some terminal disease. She just didn't get any sleep. Last world speedrun was before all monsters. Did I actually do a world speedrun? I don't believe you. I mean, I guess I believe you, but I don't remember doing it. Did you do a world insect glaive run before? I've done every weapon. The hardest weapon is heavy bowgun. Heavy bowgun is actual suffering. It maybe never made it to YouTube, but it probably there's got to be at least 1 or 2 on YouTube. What record do you hold the longest? I never like really did a lot of grinding for Iceborne. I still have the record for base world Switch X, hunting horn. I mean, I've got all the weapons. The only weapon that I was pretty sure I did not have was charge blade and sword and shield. And I maybe even got sword and shield at one point, but I know I don't have charge blade. Moss is just too powerful. Moss deserves that. But I did eventually get a faster hunting horn time than QA, which is not because I'm a good player, it's just because QA didn't do any more runs after a while. But QA could have easily taken the record. He held the record for a long time. The record was held by Hunting Horn. And when I would still go to Reddit, I would love going into topics where people were like talking about how Hunting Horn was weak, and I'd be like, actually the world record's held by Hunting Horn. Sub 6 Rise? It's just like not a fun run, dude. I wanted to make it fun. Like I was really like trying to amp myself up and learn the routing and do everything. It's just like all Wyvern run. It's the same problem that I've got in Iceborne. You know, the faster way to play happens to be a less interesting way to play the game. You know, it'd be like going for a record of like, you know, zipping to the credits or whatever in Dark Souls or Elden Ring or something. Like, yeah, I mean, it's fast, but like, are you even playing the game? The reason I like speedrunning base world is like the only way to do well in it is you had to actually play the game. Did we do a Monster Hunter movie watch party back in the days? That was like only a year and a half ago. That wasn't that long ago. And no, we didn't. We did not do that. I interviewed the director, though. I interviewed Paul W.S. Anderson. I mean, Base World Hammer would still be okay, but it's still like... Hammer would be one of the better weapons. Hammer would have be one of the better weapons, but you would still have Slinger Bursts. So in the chances that you'd get a good pod, it would just destroy the monster. Does Capcom know you interviewed him? Somebody does. There's probably still one person that retained that information. Did I ask him what his problem was? I mean, the thing that I wanted to get him on the most was like, why did you have to shoehorn military stuff into the game? And his provided response, he did not know this. He was provided it was Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker introduced guns into Monster Hunter. And I was impressed that Not that he knew that. Like, I'm not gullible. Like, I didn't think he knew it, but I was impressed that somebody at least did enough research to give that information to him to give to me. And that was good. Stay safe, Chaos. Reverse engineering Big Boss's guns. I mean, honestly, most of the Peace Walker weapons were really weak in comparison. I mean, if you assume that, like, the Rathalos and Tigrex were both low rank, like, you didn't really do much damage to them. This section of the credits is good. The section when it goes over the ocean and just Skrull's name is less good, outside of 8-4 showing up. Dark Revelation, hello. Is your proudest contribution to Monster or Monster community? The podcasts probably were objectively one of the best ways to get people into the series. You know, people talking about the game, playing the game together, helping explain the game to people, I think did a lot to help improve the popularity in the West. It's not like they had like hundreds of thousands of views, but most of the people that watched it, I think, were impacted and they spread that on. Choka-kun, what is wrong with you? I mean, as a content created format in like 2010, I mean, it was also fairly ahead of its time. So, I mean, that was pretty cool. Not that it created a format that stuck with it. I mean, you still see a lot of people doing video game related podcasts where it's just people sitting around talking together. And I don't know why they don't just do some video gaming together while talking. I feel like that would be more interesting than just like watching them sit. Personally. Do people still watch Let's Plays? Or is it all just like watch Twitch instead? It's not just Gaijin and Rurikon. I've seen other video game podcasts that are still just people sitting around talking when they could be playing a game together. You do watch them? I mean, Twitch definitely didn't help Let's Plays. But I mean, I don't know, maybe there's still people that would watch like a well-made, edited Let's Play, because it is different. Watch them if no one good is live. They're like they're your last resort content. I know Northern Lion still basically puts up kind of sort of Let's Plays on his YouTube channel. Let's Plays are a lot more effort than streaming and yelling at chat. Absolutely. Do you enjoy commentary for old school JRPGs? I don't know if I understand that question. Yeah, I don't know that there's a lot of well-edited video game content nowadays. A lot of it's just like, just like, record it, spray it out as much as you can on the internet and move on. Still working in a no commentary playthrough of Aliens Isolation. I feel like that wouldn't be very... I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it would be okay content. There's a lot of people out there that say they would love to watch no commentary playthroughs that then end up just not watching no commentary playthroughs. Where's Roy? Should be coming up soon. I think instead of like Let's Plays, people would much rather give you like a 12-hour long Elder Scroll Oblivion analysis. Yeah, I think, I mean, unironically, I think that's maybe a better way to spend your time, rather than just playing the game, like give an analysis instead, like a long form review. It's okay because, like, he talks about the problems, he goes in depth about the problems, and then he tries to offer, like, an alternative solution to what could have maybe resolved the issues. That's a good way of handling that. Oh, there's Roy. Roy. Molly went to give him a kiss. Do you consider a typical Game Grumps upload as a podcast or Let's Play? I do not watch the Game Grumps. Don't use your son to point at things on screen. He went over there. Yeah, I've seen some H-Bomber guy stuff that was pretty good too. Hey, Fume, good afternoon. Game Grumps still exist? They did, and apparently one of them was in a boxing match not long ago. For charity. Yeah. So, I mean, it might have been Aaron. Yeah, it was wild. These are the world credits. Him versus Harley is like not a good matchup. It's not Harley's got like that old drunk man energy. I wouldn't want to fight him. He's 6'6". He's huge. How big is Aaron? Oh, he's not that small. He's 6'2". But still. Who would I box? People that threaten the long-term historical preservation of Monster Hunter Frontier. But that's just me. It's being threatened right now. It's getting actively DMCA'd on YouTube. Except on the one channel that's just like diarrheaing out content. Outside of that one channel, like everybody's getting takedown notices. You can't explain it. Give them rage keeping.
リー・レイゲーナケオイだラーグニオポソレウレイ
Carrot, stop. That is not what happened.
大きいいい子だもついアーソハボ歩きの
This is why I don't go on Twitter.
次るしメヌジダレイ
All right.
クリーハ
It's a good. This is why I should never be on Twitter. I'm not allowed on Twitter.
ラーグラレリークきついギレラ
I just get into trouble. I get mad. I get in trouble. I'm sorry.
フィネリとてシルクフララスレラーソワーク
Better not to be there. Go on. It's not good. I know you'll find it interesting.
ラーグレリーク
I mean, Rage has got to be one of the largest Monster Hunter creators in Europe. So, I mean, what's he gonna do? Like, ignore him?
ダニハ
I mean, ethically.
ゼレリークモラーモほらいい子だ
I don't know if I'm gonna get Jono on a Dauntless stream.
ラズリモーランミュートダーニ
I mean, Carrot, would you surprise you if their channel used
イルロニスクーラ
illegal / unethical methods to boost their subscriber count? It wouldn't surprise me.
ケスタリアカレ
Would it surprise you?
リセイザロドトゥール
No, Carrot. When I was on the... It wasn't NordVPN, it was Norton 360 for gamers. Are you trying to say that when I streamed Monster Hunter World content on Norton 360 for gamers, I did not deserve 25,000 concurrent viewers on a brand new channel? What? Excuse me? How dare you?
エラアーシオーラだしニラ
ミ
スリー赤いフリー
おう
そう
ミただ
It's just, you know, it's insulting, really. Norton 3066. Well, they were just fans of Norton 360. It's incredibly possible that they put, like, a player for Twitch.tv on the Norton front page, and that's what happened. You think they have no idea what average viewer numbers are? What's an average number of people that watch a Twitch stream? Oh, I don't know. On the front page, they all have like 100,000. Let's go with a quarter of that. Yeah, do 25,000. That seems normal.
ローカムとラリパーティア
ベレリオパラメジャード
That's actually really funny. Like if that's like the conversation they had.
エラまだ
Should Twitch not count viewers from embeds?
ケモドギ ホ
No.
ムラゼ
But they probably like having embedded viewers because it causes their average daily viewer count to go up, so. I have a beautiful armor choice. This is a speedrunning special.
シソドレスガリゾリガスリエラ
I mean, it depends what you mean by a view bot. Like, if you're creating a not real person to go to a channel and count as a viewer and watch it, that's something that they have to get rid of, because if they allowed that to happen, then advertisers would get really pissed off and there'd be all sorts of issues. If you're talking about you're on a web page and there's an embedded viewer link and you're a real person who could be watching and listening to that channel, you're at least a real person. I mean, you know, I don't necessarily hate what Extra Life does, other than being annoyed when I go to the website myself. You know, I mean, if you were a streamer and you had a website like that and you could just throw your channel embedded onto every page, I mean, hey, free 5,000 viewers would be pretty great. But my thing is like, I don't know if you could ever get any, like, real sponsors. Like, a sponsor would hire you thinking that they'd get 5,000 concurrent viewers and they'd only get the return for having, like, 200 to 300. They'd be like, what the hell? Like, what the hell happened? Oh, the AI is working, DSC. You reacted very believably to my hypothetical scenario where you need to drink water from my nutsack, so I think the AI is ready for retail. I like Beatotus. I hope he comes back someday. His early tracking quest being boring made you hate Legiana? You just had to walk forward. You literally just have to walk forward. You don't even have to track it. Do you honestly think real people would debate drinking water off your balls? I know some of you would probably pay for the opportunity. Man, they really improved the handler's facial model in Iceborne, didn't they? I think this story is good, and for the most part, even like these forced walking sections aren't that bad, the Shaded Master. My problem is that there's a lot of stuff that you can't skip. There's no reason that they couldn't have just implemented a skip cutscene button, because people did it. People literally did it. World story is too grandiose. I mean, the thing is like, world story just kind of goes all over the place anyways. I'm looking for a monster that's pooping slag, that's upsetting the other monsters. The monster's gonna blow up, we scare it away. But now there's still something else that's making monsters mad. Or there's elder dragons. What are we gonna do? Why would you want to implement a button for people to skip it? I mean, because players are asking for it, you know? when you think about all the meals that get served to you in a restaurant, like, you shouldn't be obligated to eat the garnish, right? Like, I shouldn't have to sit there and watch you eat like a sprig of parsley because it's technically edible. If you don't want to eat it, don't eat it. You just hopped in to drink water from my nutsack. I would have typed this sooner, but 7 ads popped up. That is the adpocalypse experience I want you to enjoy. That's perfect. This is exactly the energy I want to channel.
Papa.
I don't know why Oh, Enigma, yes. Got him. Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, thank you so much, but like, how are people coming into the stream? Like, did you hear me talking about nutsack water? And you're like, I have to listen to these ads to get to the conclusion of this story. Oh, damn. This is bad. That may be it. Ito just got a little bit of that dauntless energy. I think this is going to be effective. Check this out. Not effective. Not effective. Not good. Plus the flying car stories. There's no story. What do you mean a story? What are you talking about? They're real. Is the adpocalypse almost over? It's probably gonna go until tomorrow. I'm just gonna leave the podcasts on playing tonight. But yes, when I start the stream for real tomorrow, I'm going to adjust the ads. You can power up your bug with pods. Not Tide pods. Using normal, like, gathered pods, you could feed it into your bug and give them extra stamina. If I instead take a pod that is dropped from a monster, it will make them stronger and attack faster. Left trigger, triangle, and circle. And if you have spirit and strength boost, it's even better, because it gives them both. It actually makes them incredibly powerful. Like honestly, like with the right elemental bug and spirit and strength boost, like they become super swole. You can beat Elatrion with just a bug. Summon 1,000 dragons, you gotta click the stick, I think. And then hold left triangle on the other one? I don't know, it's weird. I remember when we were waiting for Iceborne to come out, Carrot, there were these two girls that they invited to the Capcom EU office to show off the game. And they had like 50 minutes of gameplay footage of them bouncing against a Beatotis with like dual blades without ever sharpening. And it hurt me a little. It hurt me. It hurt me. I still remember it. And I was like, that's all well and good, but like, why didn't they have somebody there like helping them? If they'd never played the game before, or if they had played the game before, like, why didn't they Is that a core memory for me? Like a Disney movie, like a core memory, like something you'll like carry forever? Not really. Like, I wasn't offended necessarily, but I was just like, I was like genuinely concerned, like worried. My feeling is like when you're showing off a game as a content creator, as a game journalist, as a reviewer or something, like, I feel like you have an obligation to your audience to show them what they should expect that game to look like if it's played like mostly correctly. And that, you know, every game has like certain mechanics and rules and stuff that you would normally go by, you know? It would be like somebody like showing off chess as a brand new game, and rather than like following the rules of chess, they were just making up everything as they went along. You know? Like they just threw the pieces at each other. Like, I'm not saying you don't need to get like a group of speedrunners like demolishing the monster in like 3 minutes. But you know, at like an average player, using the mechanics that have been introduced in the game, like sharpening, or maybe like using the clutch claw or slinger bursts, you know, because those were new in the game. That's all. Impossible to play badly? I'm telling you, they did not sharpen. They were. I'll look for the video. I mean, I don't want this to come off as like me bullying them. Because, you know, I mean, for them, like, they'd be like, hell yeah, like, you know, Monster Hunter World was a big game. Of course, I'd like the opportunity to play it. Like, that's fine. But just, like, help them out. Like, you know, like, give them a little coaching. Tell them about the game. You know, have them play the game. And if you are those creators, like, maybe play Monster Hunter World for, like, a week. What other goat story? I don't. What are you guys talking about? I don't have a history of goats. I kissed one goat and it died. Okay? And I have to live with that. But I don't go around killing goats. Are the girls that didn't show up for the World Speedrun Tournament signed up for okay? One of them is actually a very popular GTA streamer now, Carrot. She's doing great, actually. Her GTA career was actually so popular that she was within like 20 rankings of me on Twitch. So she's probably farther ahead, too. It's fine. I mean, it's the if you're able to make it into the GTA RP Golden Circle, I mean, you can do fairly well. People will just watch that. Okay, yes. If we're looking for correlations of goats that I've kissed and goats that have died, it is 100%. But that doesn't mean anything. It's not how math. Isn't how causation works. Is he okay? GTRP is Dormagal in chat. I would probably do okay with GTRP. I just don't want to do it. What do you want me to do? You want me to go to Italy and kiss another goat and see what happens? What if they do die? I'm not doing that. I don't even know why he had a goat. It was a male goat that he kept around. I think it was just like a dog to him, like a pet. He didn't like take the goat fur, and it was a male goat. He didn't have like milk. He didn't make like goat cheese. It was a drunken mistake. Nothing is ever good has come out of me drinking. It's statistically accurate to say You kill 100% of it. I didn't kill the goat. It was attacked by wild dogs. Allegedly. There's somebody that just clicked onto the stream for the first time and is like losing their goddamn mind. Like, what? I was just expecting Monster Hunter. Why is he killing goats? Mom! The scary gate man is killing goats again. Why am I here? Why do I keep getting served 7 minutes worth of ads? Yep. Well, here's what it is. I didn't have a goat against Chicho. I did not make armor from its hide. We didn't even eat the goat. I just drank a cool drink. What is wrong with me? God, major issues. Major issues. It should be 7 minutes spread out over an hour. Kiss Baldy? Are you trying to tempt fate again, like the other person that called Baldy? Was that deliberate or was that a typo? He's got a name and I love him. You meant to say Maldi? Okay. You're forgiven. Once. You get one. And I didn't forgive you. He forgave you. So you keep that in mind. Judas was also forgiven in the Bible? Then why can't I be forgiven by you guys? Why won't you forgive me? I don't know why you guys are normalizing 7 minutes of ads an hour. You ain't nutting enough? What the hell are you talking about? You guys make me feel like I'm having active, vivid hallucinations on a regular basis. What are you talking about? That doesn't even make any sense. Jesus forgave everyone, man. That's the story of Jesus. That's his deal. Jesus probably would have forgiven the people that stole all the money from the highways. Get my ass off the street and get a job. You know what? The couch feels real to me, so that's good enough. I'm in a coma the last 15 years. Do you think it'd be, if you were in a coma right now, if somebody said you're in a coma right now, do you want to wake up or not? Would you say yes or no? I think most people would say yes. Things are getting pretty scuffed out there, right? I mean, you might wake up and it could be anything. It could be worse. What the fuck? What is this? What is going on? Did your cat just walk on the keyboard? Hey, at least in this world, we have like chicken wings in anime.
ティアハシミミーチラキガラ
And those are pretty good. We've got video games. We do have Monster Hunter. I'd stay. I'm comfortable enough. I would stay. All right, I gotta go. My brother-in-law has a birthday party now. And I should probably go to it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're in Master Rank. I'm probably not coming back again tonight. I might come back, but I'm probably not coming back. Get him a gift sub for his birthday. Happy birthday! You can now use emotes on twitch.tv. Stream the party, it will be extremely boring. There's going to be one 75-year-old man sitting on a couch that I'm going to sit next to. He doesn't like Monster Hunter. I probably got him a copy of Monster Hunter Tri for the Wii. I honestly did. Did he ever play it? I gave a lot of people copies of Monster Hunter Tri for the Wii. That was like my thing for like 2 years. It's your birthday. Play this game. Everybody had a Wii. Everyone had a Wii. Here you go. They're like, it's hard. I don't want to play that. You didn't get a copy? If you were friends with me in 2010, how old were you in 2010? I love this thing. My birthday gift for you is forcing you to loving it too. Pretty much. Yeah. There's going to be plenty of wine there. You were 10 years old. About 11? How old was I in 2010? Canonically, 13 years old. Maybe 14, I can't remember. Something like that. Let me get this going. Get that up. Turn off the camera. Move. His name is Maldy. Down. Make it a little bit bigger. How could you afford all these copies to try as a 14-year-old? I was very active. I worked